That'll do it. How do we get it off? Like that. There we go. Sorry, that was really bad today. It was a rush. It was a mad rush tonight. A mad rush. Can we hear? Can we see? All the stuff. How's it going? Hello. Let's get a look through the chat. See if anybody's in. People are in. Hello. Thanks for coming. Thank you so much. Who have we got? We've got Raphael's in. Hello, mate. How we doing? Glenn Bailey's in. Rob F. Glenn Bailey again. Rob F. We've got 3, 4. John Little's in as well. Hello, mate. Thanks for coming. Peter Collins. Rubbish Guitar Bloke. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Yet another flipping username. Seek of them. Alright, mate. How you doing? Thanks for coming. Glenn Bailey. Yep. We've said Glenn Bailey. Mississippi Blues in with the big pink hand. Evening, mate. How we doing? Some really unique name. Got loads of great usernames in the night. Good evening from Germany. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Richard Clark, hello. Ricky Spanish, alrighty, mate. How you doing? Anthony Edwardson is in. Sonny Lincoln, nice one, mate. Thanks for coming. Darren Gill, hello, mate. How do? Very much enjoying the Harley Benton, Steve. Need to change the pickups though. Don't rate them at all. Darren, wait a minute. Which Harley Benton is that, Darren? Darren, you're no Darren, yeah? That bought the Harley Benton. If you are, hello, mate. Thanks for coming. Maria Davies is in. What are you doing here, eh? You come here to gloat because you beat me in Lammy's. I'm only joking. Thank you so much for coming, Maria. You played well. You played well. Well done. Thanks for coming. Okay, so I think we know what we're talking about today. Signature Series guitars. Got a few things lined up. Let me drink this. It is Darren. Thanks for coming, mate. Good. I'm glad you like the guitar. Yeah, I wasn't a massive fan of the pickups either, although I did like them better than the other Roswell humbuckers that come in the Harley Benton. I think the ones in the CST24 sound a bit better. Sorry. What did we just say there? Gary Hill's in. Hello, mate. How you doing? Jam in the Cab. How are you doing, mate? I'm speaking to you. Speaking about you soon as well. And Boss Hog is in. Hello, mate. Thanks for coming. Excellent. So yeah, today we're talking about Signature Series guitars. Needle Hopper's in. Hello. What else are we talking about? That's basically it. I've got some news as well that I want to talk about. We'll get to that later. And some other wee bits and bobs. And of course we'll discuss the poll. About that as well. Actually, hold on a second. Rubbish Guitar Bloke and Audio Mo Music. I was on Audio Mo's live stream earlier, and Rubbish Guitar Bloke was on as well, and they were challenging me to see if I can get a poll to work on this chat. So I'm going to try it. I've never tried it before. No, none of the options there that he said. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. What is this? No, it's not that either. Engage with your audience. It might be that. Start a poll. Here we go. Right, here we go. I'm able to do it, so we'll do this. Hopefully I can get rid of it as well, because it kind of takes up a lot of room in the chat. We'll try it out. Right, let's see. What will I ask? A poll question, just to test it. Just testing it. Right, okay. Here we go. It's a long question. I'll put a number in. I'll put letters in. Whoops. Question mark. Right, here we go. Start poll. See if this works. Oh, it's just refreshed the chat. Right, see if that works. Asking you a question based on how we do these live streams. I kind of like the format, but I just thought we'll test it anyway. See what you think. Okay, I'm going to read some of these comments from further back. So a lot of people just saying hello and stuff like that. Rob F, you don't have a meeting. I'm glad to hear that, mate. Got your priorities right this week. Thanks for coming, mate. Good evening. Is it mean to start the comments before Steve is even around to try and keep up? Well, it looks like we're not as busy tonight, which might make it easier for me. So I'm thankful all the same for everybody's here. It's all good. Oh, Glenn Bailey, it's pizza night here. At the old Bailey home. I'll be heading out for it after the stream. You're lucky laddie. Oh, I could go a pizza, so I could. Greetings and everybody saying hello. This is all good. Just seeing if there's any questions here. Rubbish guitar bloke. Hurry up, Steve. Put your beard and glasses on. Done. It's on. We're all on. Oh, I think I've just realised something that's wrong here. I'm going to try and fix this. Hold on. I know that just went a bit weird for a second. Bear with me. That's it. That's better. Sorry, I just had to fix that light there. It was a bit bright. Tone glasses. Great intro. Good. It's working. Or that worked either. Thank you, Raphael. Great. Glenn saying, so tone doesn't come from the woods, it comes from the glasses. Correct. Tone glasses. Tone specs. It's all in the specs. Right. I think we're all caught up. Nice one. Oh no, we've not. There's more going on here. Richard Clark, if Steve had a SIG vodka, it would be called Glasses of Vodka. See what you did there. Boss Hog needs more options. What do you want to suggest, mate? What have we got here? Oh! Actually, we've got some no's in here. How do I get to actually read this? No, I don't want to end poll. I just want to see it. There we go. 75 to 25. Great. So for the people that say no, let me know what you think instead, if anything. Polls are okay, but don't have to be. Yeah, good point. Dinger63, hello mate. How you doing? Thanks for coming, fellow Dundonian. Glenn Bailey, I like having a topic to talk about, seems to keep things moving. I agree. I think, you know, it's probably a confidence thing for me. It's having something to kind of fall back on rather than just, so what will we talk about, and reading through the chat and hoping a good question comes up. So yeah, Rob, I fear eventually you will run out of good questions for a poll. Of course I will. Of course I will. I think I maybe already have. So yeah, we were talking about Signature Series guitar today, weren't we? GRB Aquatics in. G'day, Steve. Hope everyone... sorry, I can't see the bottom one, but hello, mate. Thanks for coming all the way from Australia. Thanks, mate. Craig, do you need glasses or just cool props? I don't need the... Well, I do need the glasses, but I don't. Right, okay. Quickly tell you this story. I've told it before, right? But my day job is working in a school, and I didn't want to be easily recognised when I started my YouTube channel by pupils and stuff in the school, because there's policies against it. So I thought I'll create a really bad Clark Kent-esque disguise. Hat, glasses, beard. In the school, I'm no hat, and I've got a suit on and stuff, so I thought it might work. But then I got found from some pupils on the school. I got found from some pupils in the school, but it's all fine. The school are cool with it. So I've been wearing the glasses without lenses for a long time, but the irony is that now I actually badly need glasses. That's probably because, well, could be a couple of things. Could be just the age, but also because I've got these lights in my eyes a lot now, and a lot of screen time with editing. I'm just old. There's no excuse. Is my background music on, by the way? Hope that's on. Anyway, right. That was the answer, Craig. I've got a feeling I'll have to answer that again until I get lenses in these. Although the benefit is that it actually works out really well for recording because you don't get the glare from the lights. So there you go. Right, I'm going to get stuck in just to the poll. Let's get talking about it, and then we can talk about some other stuff. Why not? So, we'll press this button. Here we go. Here was today's poll. Not today's, this week's poll, sorry. 88 votes. We're getting less and less. Maybe the polls are a bad idea, but thank you all for voting. Hugely appreciated. So this all obviously came about because of the, look, there's a wee clue for you. I'm going to rub my eye right now. Because of the Tom DeLonge Starcaster, Fender Starcaster Signature Series that came out, and I'm a massive Starcaster fan, so the whole of guitar YouTube was talking about it, and I couldn't not talk about Starcasters, so I quickly threw together a video, really quick actually, and it actually did quite well, so there we go. So that's what happened. So we asked, Signature Series guitars, yes or no? So for the people that said yes, I was asking, what's your favourite? This poll was flawed from the start, and it's my fault. So I had yes, and then if you like Signature Series guitars, tell me what your favourite ones are. No, and it was like never, don't like Signature Series guitars. And I had to put a picture of Steven Seagal there, because any time I get the opportunity to use a picture of Steven Seagal playing the guitar, or a clip, I'm going to do it, because it's just brilliant. And then this is where I ruined the poll by putting kinda, and we've got a picture of Les Paul with a Les Paul. So that threw a massive spanner in the works as to what's actually considered a signature series guitar. So I actually planned on doing some research before the stream, but didn't get time. So I wondered, because a lot of people consider a Les Paul to be a signature series guitar, and I suppose it is in a way, but I might be remembering this wrong. I'll have to double check it. Someone else could probably keep me right. But did he, I know it was a signature guitar, but did he make it for Gibson like as a production model rather than a signature model? I'm not sure. Or maybe just time has been the factor in there. Okay. So, yeah, the poll, we could pretty much just ignore the results because I ruined it, but it's all about engagement and just getting everybody involved and getting a conversation going. So, 32% yes for signature guitars, no 25%, and kinda 43% because I ruined it. Right, let's look at some comments, some of your guys' comments from it, because we've got some really good things in here actually that got me thinking quite a lot. So here we go. What was this about? On the topic, right, this is a Tostromofo. You've told me your name before, mate, and I forgot it. I'm so bad with names. I'm sorry. Is it Todd? It's not Todd, is it? I'm sorry, mate. It'll come back to me. Oh, and if you're watching on catch up, by the way, hello. Thanks for watching. I know it's not as interactive, but you can use the comments. Still write in the comments if you want, if you're watching on catch up. They're always appreciated. Tell me about what signature guitars you like, or which ones you don't like. Right, okay, let's read a bit more of this. So on the topic, you don't really care. What's important to me is the looks and the specs. That's the same as me. So you've owned 2 signature guitars so far. The Gibson DG335. Is that the new one? No, can't be. Most expensive guitar I've ever bought as an investment. Hated the neck, was hanging on the wall a few years and looked great. Sold it for close to 20. I've not responded to this one. Oh, this is only an hour ago, so I've not seen this comment, mate. Right, okay. Wow. Sold it for close to €20 when my ex decided we should buy an apartment. Luckily we broke up before that happened, and so I had a lot of money for other guitars. Oh dear. Sorry to hear that, or maybe not. I don't know, whatever worked out for the best for you, mate. The other one was purely for looks. The Washburn Dime Rebel Flag. Interesting. Would have played it, but Dimebag was into V-shaped necks, and once again I hated that thing. Sold it for profit, much less on the same occasion. Well, I sold a ton of guitars when that happened. Got you. Right, okay, so it looks like I've never really read this until now, so maybe that's a good reason for signature guitars. Have they got a good resale value? Maybe. Could be a good point. Claire B says Music Man has hit it out of the park with some of their signatures, notably the St. Vincent and the Albert Lee. Yeah, have to agree on that. I love the Albert Lee. I didn't used to. I think I said that to you in the comments. But yeah, the body shape that I didn't used to like has grown on me over the years. Very cool. And the St. Vincent is the same. That's also quite cool. Although, who is it? I can't remember who it is that plays St. Vincent. Sorry, it'll come to me. But yeah, not someone that I'm particularly a fan of or follow. But I have seen Albert Lee live like 3 or 4 times and absolutely love his playing. Phenomenal player. Clucker. The only signature I have is that of Les Paul. See, there we go. Which, after all these years, should no longer be a signature. That's the thing. How do we view this? I also bought a H.E.R. Nick Johnson, but has a neck that's far too thin compared to my other guitars, and you sent it back. I don't think it makes much sense for me to buy a signature guitar because I would modify it to my spec, and then it won't be a signature guitar anymore. Or will it? It would then be your signature, maybe. That's how I kind of see it, eh? Besides, most signature guitars cost much money compared to the standard model. One example is the Fender Starcaster Tom DeLonge. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, oh, and you brought up another good point. You think it's different to buy signature pickups and effects. The excellent Seymour Duncan Alnico 2/pickups are an example. See, that was a great point that I'd never thought of. So I think about signature guitars, but what about other signature things? Very interesting. I like it. So, good. Let us know if there's any other things you think about that in the live chat too. Nikolai, as a lefty, we get Kurt Cobain Jag stands all day long when all we want is a Mustang or a Jaguar, or even a thin line telly. I'm sorry, I don't have any, I've not got enough information on left-handed guitars and what's available. I'm really sorry, mate, but hopefully one day you will get what you want, what you so desire. Southern Panda, so far the only signature model I own is the MKH Les Paul, and I love it. I had to Google that one, and what came up with the MKH was the Matt Heafy. Is that right? Is that the MKH? What does the K stand for? But yeah, there we go. Interesting. Wait a minute. Oh, Death Eric. It's Death Eric. I've actually seen your username loads of times and wondered how to pronounce it, like it was Diatheric or something. But yeah, it's Death Eric. So obvious now that I see it. I like it when signature models offer additional functionality. For example, Clapton's treble boost circuit. Good point. But I don't like how limiting they can be in terms of colour options. Yes. And what I responded to your comment was when you talked about colour options. One of the Fender signatures that I really like the finish of, but that's about it, is the, I think it was the last year or the year before, the Fender H.E.R. Strat, H.E.R. I don't know a lot of her music. I've heard some wee bits and bobs and it's pretty cool, but not enough to like want to buy her signature guitar. But I really loved the finish on it. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a silver neon glow or something. It's a very, very cool finish. And also, I love the Corey Wong. I love the idea of the Corey Wong smaller sized body, but I don't know how it would work in practice. But yeah, very cool. Okay, Dave Fox, yes, but probably never again. I've got a Brian May and a Tremonti. Well, that's a good selection right there. Stepdad's got a Brian May, loves it. Brumcrack, Watch Co. I think it's inevitable that the makers will bring out signature models. It's good for the players and manufacturers. Although, how do you fancy the Gibson twin neck at 50,000? It's a bargain. There you go. Is that a signature series? Who's got two necks? I don't know, sorry. Yeah, I understand the whole concept of them. It makes sense. It's like marketing 101, isn't it? For getting people in the door to your brand. Yeah, makes sense for everybody. But do the prices make sense? Somebody mentioned in one of the comments, can't remember who it was, we'll get to it, about the signature tax. I thought that was a good way of looking at it. Okay, yet another flipping username. I'm hanging on for the inevitable Jet Steve Cassidy signature model. In the meantime though, if it's something very unique and bespoke to the person, maybe such as the full-on EVH Frankie, or a rarer artist model where you really want to emulate someone, a Gretsch country gentleman Chet Atkins say, I see less point in it if it's effectively a slightly modded mass market version of something like a Strat though. Yeah, I get what you're saying, yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about the prices there. Yeah, you don't know half the endorsees. Yeah, that's it. There's loads of, like, Nick Johnson, I'd never heard of. This is, sorry, Davy Dragon saying the Nick Johnson Schecter Strat style guitars are excellent, particularly the baked maple fretboard versions. Yeah, I got to try one of them out of Birmingham and I actually quite liked it, even although it's a neck that I shouldn't like. But it felt okay, but only for that few minutes I played it. I think if I played it for a long time, I probably would have started getting the hand fatigue and it wouldn't have suited me. But it felt good quality. But yeah, Nick Johnson, I'd never heard of him until you had a signature model out. And I do, other than the neck profile, I really like the specs of that guitar. It would be something up my street. Okay, Resington. I've bought a couple of signature models purely for the specs and not for what I see as cosplaying. That was another great point. I like that as well. I've never been one for imitating other players specifically. Some people live for that, and if it makes them feel good, good for them, but I want to do my own thing. You know what? That's kind of how I see it as well, mate, Resington. Yeah, I see it the same way. I like to do my own thing as well. Yeah, I mean, there's not even many off-the-shelf guitars that I like that you can buy as is. Pretty much anything that I get in my hands, there's something that I want to do it. I want to mod something. So the likelihood of me liking something the same as any signature artist, whether I like that artist or not, is seems unlikely. But there you go. Zach Guitar, I've been looking at the Ed O'Brien Strat with the Sustainiac. Wish I'd bought it when it was under 900 a few years ago. Yeah, my mate got one of them. He loves it, and I think he loves it anyway. The Sustainiac, yeah, that's something I've been obsessed with a long time. I've tried it on a few guitars, but never had it on one. Very cool. Love the Sustainiac. IMA 640, if the Gibson Les Paul is a signature to Les Paul and somebody had a signature Les Paul, say Slash, is his Les Paul a signature of a signature? Just a thought. But yeah, I think I said that to you in the response as well. I'm pretty sure that, was it the Slash they called the first double signature? Because it was a signature model, of, like what you said, yeah, when that came out quite a while ago. Boss Hog, I like the slightly off-kilter straying from norm options that one can get from Sig models. Fender anyway, rather than any kind of desire to have the guitar if person X. Yeah, so I'm like that with the Corey Wong Strat. Not that I dislike Corey Wong, quite like his playing actually, but I'm not like mega fan or anything like that. But I like the idea that he's got the smaller bodied Strat. That sounds up my street. Here, G. The only signature guitar that I've ever gasped for is the J Mascis Jazzmaster. See, that's a good point, because that's a very popular signature model, isn't it? And I'm looking at Jazzmasters just now, so that's the Squire one has been interesting. Yeah, a possibility. Dan Gill, I'll settle for a signature if it's a configuration I want but isn't widely available. Yeah, signature tax, it was you, Dan. Signature tax is bad, but not as bad as custom shop. Yeah, I totally hear what you're saying there, mate. Alan Wilson, the only signature guitar I have, not counting my Les Paul, is a purple Gretsch Brian Setzer Hot Rod. I'd be lying if I said I didn't buy it based on what it looks like. But it's a stunning guitar and does more than just rockabilly. Sorry, I'm just noting that the chat's coming up quite quick, so I'm going to have a wee look just to make sure. Yeah, it's all good. I thought somebody was maybe saying something like your camera's off or something. Your audio's broken. We can't hear you. Or maybe that happened ages ago in the chat and you're all just talking amongst yourself, which is great. Please do. Sorry, I'll go back to Alan Wilson's comment there. The only signature guitar I have, not counting my Les Paul, is a purple Gretsch Brian Setzer Hot Rod. I'd be lying if I said I didn't buy it based on what it looks like, but it's a stunning guitar and does more than just rockabilly. Yes, I just discovered, was it a few weeks ago, a Gretsch guitar. It's a dual P90. I think it's a Jet. An amethyst. Oh my god. Want. Absolutely beautiful. It's like a purple sparkle, but yeah, so nice. Budget pedal chap, I'm not a fan of heavily modded signature gear when it's got band logos emblazoned all over it, or a huge signature somewhere. If it could easily pass as a non-sig model, I'm more likely to get along with it. I have an Ibanez Fireman, which is a Paul Gilbert sig, but unless you knew that, then it's just a bit of a quirky looking guitar. Yeah, I'm the same. I prefer the models that it isn't obvious signature as well. So, like say the EVH Frankenstrat, the stripes. That's a cool guitar, very cool guitar for Van Halen. I don't want one, you know. What else? Like say a Michael Schenker Flying V. These ones that are really obvious, or maybe like the Dimebag BC Rich stuff and that kind of thing. The really obvious ones, I'm not so keen on them. Or even like the not the Tom DeLonge Starcaster, but some of these other ones that have got like the stickers on them and everything. And they've got the specific decals in the specific place. I'm not too keen on that, but that's just my preference. But yeah, so I like the idea of the Nick Johnson Schecter, which you basically can't tell it's his. Even the PRS Silver Sky, which I'm not a big fan of the guitar, but I like that they didn't call it the PRS John Mayer whatever, you know, it's its own thing. It's a very smart marketing move as well, I think. PRS again with the Mark Lettieri Fiore. They're not really calling it a Mark Lettieri, they're calling it a Fiore. So I like these decisions where it's its own thing rather than... They want it to be more open. I think it's a smart move because it makes people like myself with my viewpoints a bit more interested in it. But there you go. Jam in the Cab. I'm going to talk about Jam in the Cab soon, but he says, I talked about this last week as I was tempted by Jessica, the Slash Sig. I was rather surprised about the influx of signature guitars coming into the market, and who has them also surprised me. Actually, let's just get into it, right? So, yeah, I watched Jam in the Cab's video, and you should check out his channel, new channel. I've been watching him because I think you shouted me out or something in one of your videos, mate, so of course I wanted to check out what was being said, but a very unique channel. Check this out. Here he is. Jam in the Cab, and what we're saying here, guitarist HGV driver who likes a bit of a jam in his cab and talks about all things guitar-y. And this is exactly what it is. So, what is it, what do you call it, HGV? Yeah, HGV driver. So he's in the big, what do you call them? Arctics? I don't know what you call them, but anyway, he's in the big lorry and he's got his wee cab and he's got his guitar and that set up, and he'll put the camera on, just blather about guitars, very informal, cool, sort of nice chats, and he plays as well. He's got everything hooked up, so cool new channel, liking what you're doing, mate, very cool. And also this guy here, see this little guy in the thumbnail there? I don't know if many people will get that reference, but Steve Brule, oh my god, you got to check it out. Check out Steve Brule. Sorry, don't know if anybody knows that character, but one of John C. Reilly's best. So I appreciated that thumbnail as well, you got me hooked there. But yeah, cool channel on the go there, mate, and thanks for coming along. I think you're in the live chat now. Oh, actually, I'll make you a moderator when I find you in the chat if you're still there. Well, you're doing some DIY, I think you said. But yeah, so worthwhile checking out the channel. And yeah, he was the inspiration. In fact, where is it now? Let's see if I can find it. Go to the videos. There you go, episode 13, 3 days ago. Look, you can see I've been watching his stuff. Signature guitars, would you gig them? Had I done the signature, I might have done the Starcaster video by then, I can't remember. But between that and then watching this video gave me ideas to make that the topic for the stream today. So yeah, cheers for that, jam in the cab, mate. And another very enjoyable accent as well, so by all means, check out his stuff. Right, actually, if I can find you and make you a mod, you'll be able to put a link for your channel. And there you are. Yeah, right, hold on. Let's, well, I'll need to wait until somebody else does a comment to bump yours up past this emoji that I can't get to. Right, I'll sort that in a second, mate. Will it? Somebody go? No? Okay, right, hold on. We'll get back to the live chat soon too. Where are we at? Right, I like black guitars. I have a Dean Dave Mustaine Death Angel 2 I bought because I like the looks, not just because it's a Mustaine. There are some Sig guitars I would consider buying because of the player. Jimmy Page, Michael Schenker, Joe Perry, and of course Ace Frehley, but I think it would be just as happy with a stock model with a similar finish. And I don't see the need to pay a premium for a guitar just because it has a different set of tuners and a non-stock neck pickup, but some Sigs are sweet. Yes, 100%. JD VJ Forgo. I have a few signature guitars. One is from a guy I'd never heard of. I just like the colour and specs. My main guitar is a Vola Oz Michael Keane. Yeah, and I checked that out as well, mate. I had a wee chat about that. That was cool. Yeah, that was quite a cool guitar. The really neon green. Okay, Rubbish Guitar Bloke. Whilst I've a H.E.R. Nick Johnson, I don't care for his music, nor do I have a man crush on him. It's simply a well specified and made guitar for the money. So remember this when you bring out your Jet Steve Cassidy signature. Have you designed a signature motif yet? I've not. Here, we're going to need to calm down on this Jet signature stuff because it might end up gaining some steam. You know what I mean? And I might imagine it happened or something. Right, hold on. Well, let's make Jam in the Cab a mod. Where's my mouse went? There he is. Right, okay. Oh, that was somebody else. Oh, the comment moved. Sorry. Start again. How do I get out of this? Right. Right, I've broke it. I've broke the internet. Right, I'll have to come back to that. How did I get out of this? Oh my god, right, okay, sorry. I'm going to go back to the live chat until I figure that out. I don't know what I've done there, sorry. I pressed something. Right, did I miss anyone? Yes, I did. I missed Grumpy Old Tyke. The nearest I own to a signature guitar is a Brian May Guitars RAL. Most of the time, I'm not interested in owning a signature model, the one exception being a Rory Gallagher Strat. Oh yeah. Yeah, the RAL, that's cool. That's got kind of like Firebird vibes about it. I kind of like that. Gear View Mirror. I've only had one signature guitar, an Epiphone Brent Hines Flying V in Silver Burst, which I deeply regret having sold. Not because it was a Sig guitar, but because it was really good quality and sounded incredible for the money. I didn't lose much on it, but eventually you scratch the VH again with an Epiphone V Ebony, which was crap, and you lost on that. This is it, mate. Win some, you lose some, eh? Not the best. Right, I'm thinking this camera's maybe fallen down. We'll get to that in a minute. Cal B's in. I guess the Les Paul Standard sounds better than, say, a TE90QM or a JA60cc. I recognise these model names. This is Harley Benton's, is it? Yeah, good point. Anthony Edwardson. I understand signature guitars when the artist has opted for some configuration not offered on the current market, be that different shapes, pickup configurations, even just different colours. And if you share those particular needs, then by all means buy it and enjoy it. Yeah, that's it. What I don't get is the Joe Bonamassa signatures that are just copies of guitars that he has bought. Oh, brilliant. The originals might have a cool and interesting story behind them or his purchase of them, but the story doesn't carry forward into the copies. I think that's a great point, mate. I love that. Brilliant. IMA 640, never seen the appeal. If it's what I want, I might buy it, but not because it's a signature. Yeah, that's it. I'm the same here, but I'd originally was saying I don't see the appeal in signature guitars at all, but some good points did come up. So like the H.E.R. Nick Johnson, even though it's not for me, I would have no qualms about buying one of them. It being a signature isn't the sole thing that would put me off, you know. Right, right, I'm going to get it right. Amin Ahmed. I am a Fender person. There you go. I like the Fenders too, mate. John Robson. It depends on the guitar. A Slash Les Paul looks like a guitar that many players have used over their years, but a Brian May guitar marks you out as a bit of a fanboy immediately. Similarly, a Clapton Strat, no problem, but a Silver Sky, fanboy territory. Yeah, so I think the Brian May thing as well, I kind of see that the same way as the EVH Stripes. I think you probably think the same thing. But yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's like our perception. And I had a long response to John. I was just like spewing out what was in my mind. But yeah, because there wasn't like early adopters of the Brian May, wasn't there? Because is that the thing with the Les Paul? So it was, okay, one of the first signature guitars, but also one of the first like production guitars ever. So there wasn't a lot of options. So a lot of people used them and became synonymous with these people. And then they got their own signature models. So time is the factor. Whereas Brian May was a one-off, hand-built with his dad. So the chances of replicating that from a company as far back as when the Les Paul came out, that didn't happen. So what have we got of Les Pauls? Like 70 years or something of Les Pauls, maybe more. It'll be more than that, yeah. Whereas the Brian May, it's probably about 60 years old or something, but it's probably only been available for people to buy for, say, 20, 30 years. What was it? Burns and Guild did them. So yeah, that would be that one. But there's yeah, so no one really got the chance to take it on. So I wonder if Brian May had a model back then and lots of people used it, it wouldn't have been that big a deal. But you could say that about any guitar, eh? So yeah, great points, John. Love it. H.E.R. Channing, I don't mind the idea of signature guitars, but I do think they are a bit of a cash grab from anyone who is a fan of the artist and then who buys one. Yeah. I don't have a signature guitar, although I've always lusted over and want a Richie Kotzen signature telly. Go figure, yeah. I mean, that's a nice telly. I've seen that one before. Is that MIJ? Or maybe no. Can't remember. But yeah, really nice telly. Right, okay, let's get back to the live chat. Now, how am I going to figure out how to fix this comment thing that I've broken? Sorry. I'll just try scrolling or something. Oh no, I've totally broke something, right. Right, I don't know what I've done, right, but what I'm going to have to do is... Who is that I've picked? Right, oh wait, there's Jam in the Cab, right, brilliant, I found you. Oh, it's moved again, I'm sorry, I'm ruining the internet, I've broke the internet. How do I move this chat? Right, okay, what I need to do is I need to make somebody a moderator, right, just to get out of this. Who wants to be a moderator? Right, who are we going to do? There we go. IMA640, you're going to be a mod. I hope you're alright with that. We could change it if you don't want to be a mod, right? But I'll have to do it just now. Right, there we go. I can get back at the chat now. Sorry, I don't know what I did there. Right, let's go back a bit. What did I miss? Probably a lot. Right, let me get a wee drink here. There we go, Rob F. Oh, wait a minute. Maria Davies is saying it's the way I drop the balls. Oh, right, okay. No, it was to Glenn Bailey. Right, sorry. Rob F. Don't have any signature guitars, though. My guitar pickup choices are influenced by artists I admire. Strat, Hendrix, LP, Peter Green, P90, Mustang, Mike Ness and Pete Townsend. Yeah, that makes sense. I could see myself going the same way. Interestingly, nah, it's probably not interesting. I won't bother telling you. GRB Aquatics, awesome Australian guitar company Artist Guitars, has released their latest styles of guitars for 2024. Nice. Awesome Paisley relics, amongst others with handmade pickups. Look nice. Oh, cool, mate. You mention Artist Guitars all the time, and I know you're a big fan, but yeah, I'll have to check out the new models. Cheers for that, mate. Boss Hog, I've got a Troy Van... Oh, I can't say that, can I? Troy Van Leeuwen Jazzmaster. Not because of the Queens of the Stone Age or whatever. Thank you, now I know who he is. But because I like block inlays, Jazzmasters, matching headstock, and 7.25 inch radius. There you go, that's worked out good for you then, mate. I mean, you've pretty much got your own custom shop by getting a signature series, which is definitely a cheaper way of doing it, isn't it? Some real unique name. I don't see sense in signature guitars. Well, yeah, there's... I mean, I see why they exist, but I don't think I'd be keen to buy one. Or maybe some Might be. Yeah, I'm all over the place with this. I have no idea. Right, sorry. Zach84, I learnt how to play from Steven Seagal. Yeah, I mean, he's the man, isn't he? Gary Hill, did Harley Benton ever get back to you regarding release date for the new Strat? No, they didn't, but Toman did a live stream last week, a week ago on Monday, I think. And I went on and I asked them, I says, when's this new Strat coming out? And they said, I think it's going to be Q2, like they said. I was like, nah, they said it was going to be Q1, but they're saying Q2 now, so that's now again. So we'll see when it comes out, hopefully soon. Claire B, Les Paul, recording, signature guitar, Les Paul standard, custom, etc. Oh, hold on a second. Les Paul recording, signature guitar, Les Paul standard, custom, etc. Not signature. Oh, right, okay, there was a different model. I think that's what you're saying, Claire. Sorry, I might not be following. But thank you for sharing. Bum Crack Watch Co. is in. Good evening, Steve, and hello, guitar fans. Hello, mate. Thanks for coming. John Little, can't remember, said hello to you either. Hello, and hello to Claire B as well, of course. And Zach84. Sorry, I might have missed saying hello to some people. John Little, are they worth the extra cost over a standard model? So basically what other people are saying, like, only if you like the specs and only if you really like the artist and you want to have it, then maybe. But in terms of what you're getting for the money, probably not. But that's the thing with the signature models, the artist has to get a cut, so it has to cost more. They have to get a cut of that thing for endorsing it, putting their name on it, you know. Dave Lewis, Steve, I own a few excellent artist signature guitars. Oh, cool. Budget Pedal chap. Afternoon, gent. Hello, mate. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Don't usually get a chance to get in the live stream, so this is a rare treat. Well, thank you, mate, for coming. Hugely appreciated. Rubbish Guitar Bloke, Steve, see if you can delete the poll from the chat just to practice. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, nobody cares anymore either, does it? So, end poll. Is that it got? Right, I've ended the poll. It's gone. Thanks for that, mate. That was fun. And cheers for suggesting that earlier. Maria Davies, it's all about how the guitar feels in your hands. 100%. That is it. That's it. And if it's not too heavy. And the colour. And the pickups. And Jam in the Cab. If you're a guitarist in a tribute band, go for it. Oh, 100%, yeah. If you're like in a, yeah, like a Queen tribute band or something, you can't not have the Red Special. You can't like rock out with a BC Rich or something, you know, or a Strat. That's it. Could you imagine being like somebody like myself, middle-aged, going out in a Queen tribute band? You've got the wig and everything, and coming out with a telly. It's like, what? Yeah, Claire B, St. Vincent is the artist. She's the best. Oh, you're right. You're right. St. Vincent, that is her name, yeah. What did I watch again? Was it Music is Wind? Did an interview with her. And I think I watched maybe a tour of her studio or something before. Yeah, very cool. Dave Lewis, Joe Strummer, Fender, Road Worn, Telly and Campfire Acoustic. Nice, that's what you've got, mate. Good on you. Some real unique name, if at all. I think they only make sense if they have some kind of special mod, like the Macabre, but not for the extra price. Yeah, and like what someone mentioned earlier about the Ed O'Brien Sustainiac Strat. That's pretty cool, because a Sustainiac isn't an easy thing to put in a guitar, so could be worth it alone just for that. Okay, oh, the Lamb's in. How you doing, Lamb? Thanks for coming, mate. Good evening. Evening to you, sir. Thanks for coming. What about that? Your balls on Monday night, Lamb, eh? I was so close. Oh, I actually won. Came in joint first place with Maria. Maria and I absolutely smashed Lammy's balls. And then we had to do our own two-man duck race, and I got beat. Raging. And she's won like every week. Sorry, of course, this is the plug for the Lamb's live stream. Get over there on Monday nights, check it out, it's absolutely phenomenal. Great laugh. I was having a great laugh on Monday actually. Great stuff. Right, Greg Green, I bought a Samick Malibu Strat shaped for under $80 and decided to turn it into my signature with a Filtertron Little 59 and a quarter pounder. Nice one, mate. Filtertron I'm actually thinking about putting in a Strat myself. That sounds very cool, mate. Some real unique name, SIGs are only a marketing strategy. Yes, that's it. I mean, pretty much for both sides. Sorry, I just noticed that Greg Green there. If John Mayer can have a signature guitar, so could I. I don't see any reason why not, mate. Get in there. Maria Davies, oh, she's just saying good evening at the Lamb. Dave Lewis, the outstanding Squire J. Mascis signature Jazzmaster. Yeah, there you go. Nice one. Nedim K, should the live streams be centered around polls? I don't know. Not very helpful. Yeah, oh, you're talking about a third option, yeah. Sorry, Dave, Greg Green is saying, Dave, Joe Strummer is why I play guitar. However, instead of trying to copy him, I think he would have told me to do my own thing with my tellies. You could be right there. Who else have we got here? Richard Clark, I have yet to find a SIG that will do what I need, be of the same quality and in a similar price as something I can find in a non-SIG. Yes, indeed, mate. I've just noticed the time we are getting on, man, and I've got some other things I want to talk about. But we're getting there, let's carry on. The Fender 30th Anniversary Limited Edition Screamadelica Strat. Yes, I know the one you're talking about. Is that what you've got, mate? That's a very, what's the word I was looking for there? Striking looking guitar, the finish on that. The Lamy, you're still waiting on Fender to get in touch for your signature model and waiting and wait. They've not been in touch yet. Shocking, mate. Any day now, it's got to be. IMA 640, I think my parts caster must be my signature. It's the only one I know of. Yeah, that's it. This is what parts casters are. They're your own signature model. That's what I love about parts casters and doing mods. Get it exactly how you want it. And it's the cheapest way to do it as well. Okay, Glenn Bailey, the only SIG I would buy for the artist would be the Michael Schenker or Ace Frehley. Yeah, there you go. This makes sense. I actually think that, although I'm not really into Vs, I like the look of the Schenker V. I think it's a very cool look, the black and white contrast thing. Okay, where are we? Dave Lewis, the brilliant Epiphone Tommy Thayer Electric Blue Les Paul, awesome guitar in blue hardcase. I'm not familiar with that one, but it sounds cool, mate. I like any guitar that's blue. Greg Green, essentially almost all parts casters are personal signatures unless you just threw parts together to make a functional guitar. Yeah, that makes sense. Richard Clark saying, so no one had a signature Les Paul before Slash. Let me know. I'm not sure. I remember that this was what was getting talked about before, that was the first double sig, but I could be wrong. You would think surely someone had one before Slash, but maybe not. Wait a minute, what's the triple pickup Black Beauty? Who was that? Is that maybe something? Or it's called a Black Beauty, isn't it? So it doesn't really have anybody's name on it, so maybe not. Okay. Greg Green, oh right, speaking of Lamy there, sorry. Here we go. Okay, right. I am going to scroll through a little bit here and then get blaring about some other stuff, but it's all looking good. IMA 640. What's Claire B saying? Check it out about. Okay, oh, check out what you were saying. Right, okay. Regarding the Les Paul stuff, I will have to do that. Thank you. IMA 640. Steve Jones had a signature model, but may not have been Gibson. Bernie maybe. Ah, right, okay. Oh, something just fell. Probably something really important. I don't know what it was. Great, and some people are saying they're going to check out Jam in the Cab. That's what I like to hear. Great stuff. Right, okie doke. Sorry, I've really lost my place and stuff. Right, I'm going to get blaring about some stuff. A rubbish guitar bloke wants a Steven Seagal signature guitar. You know what? Actually, he might have one. Such a weird pairing, and I don't even know how I know this, right? But I think, does anybody know familiar with the guitar company Farida? F-A-R-I-D-A. It was either Farida or maybe Freshman. I think it was Farida, because Freshman's a Scottish company. Farida might be Scottish too. It doesn't sound Scottish, it sounds Italian or something. I'm sure I watched some documentary clip where they made a guitar for Steven Seagal, like a signature custom thing. So, yeah, sorry. I've got, Steven Seagal's like a little guilty pleasure of mine. I like going down wee YouTube rabbit holes on his stuff. So funny, sorry. Oh, there you go. Jam in the Cab says Steven Seagal owns all 58, 59 and 60 original bursts. All the rest are copies. I wouldn't be surprised. That's totally something that you would say, isn't it? Oh, Maria Davies, love that. If people want SIGs, go for it. Life's too short to quibble. That's it. Stream over. That's basically it. Purple Rocket, hello from Germany. Again, late to the party. Bought a Sterling Music Man look recently. Plays and sound gorgeous. I bet it does. Wow. How could you argue with a look? I mean, if you're going to get a signature guitar, probably one of the most recorded guitars ever. One of them. I think Nile Rodgers might be the one that's on the most hits, is it? Can't be. I don't know. Right. Dave Lewis, Steve, I got a great deal on the Screamadelica Strat from Edinburgh Guitar. Oh, nice. Oh, right, that just reminds me. Right, I've got a couple of things to speak about. One of the things is, right, okay, here's something I want to do, signature guitars. Can I show you this? Right. Just wanted to see if anybody was familiar with these signature guitars. Bear with me a moment. Seeing as we're talking about them. Right, here we go. So we've got the Burt Reynolds Ibanez. Of course, don't know if anybody likes that. And then there's the Paul Hogan Harley Benton Telly. Don't know if you've seen that one. Some of these are really good specs. Here's the Jean-Claude Van Damme Jet GS400, another very popular model. We've got the Hulk Hogan Gretsch. It's a pretty good guitar. Yeah, great player, Hulk Hogan, fantastic. What have we got here? Excuse me, yeah, the Mel Gibson E.R. A lot of people didn't know that Mel Gibson made the switch from Harley Benton to E.R., but yeah, he's playing E.R. guitars now. So yeah, that's the Harley Benton, sorry, not the Harley Benton, the E.R. Mel Gibson. And then, oh yeah, this is the other thing I wanted to show you, was Rubbish Guitar Bloke got in touch during the week to say that he's ordered a keyboard, because we were talking about doing deals of the week. So here is a deal that he found, this keyboard, because he's getting into playing keyboard, he wants to start learning. So I don't know if anybody else is into keyboards, but it's supposed to be £75. That's where how much it is at Guitar, PNT, etc. But he just got one from Robert Diaz for 40 quid with 3-day delivery from Yodel. So there you go, deal of the week. Right, we'll get rid of that. That was one of the things I wanted to show you. I forgot all about that actually. Right, by the way, if anybody doesn't know that, if you've seen any of the videos that I do, I have this running joke. Well, I think it's a running joke where I put in these daft signature models that don't exist. From people that usually don't play guitar, and I always say the wrong name because I find it really funny. But see the amount of times in the comments when I've had to explain it, I don't know if it's worth the joke. See that, what is it? I think, if you want to laugh, right, on the, I think it's my modded, it's the Jet GS400 modded video. The amount of comments in there that say that's not Jean-Claude Van Damme, I'm like, right, okay, anyway. Sorry, it's my fault because it's a terrible joke, but that's me just entertaining myself. Sorry, right, so what else did I want to talk about? Right, I've got a wee announcement kind of thing, just because somebody mentioned guitar in Edinburgh. I've got a potential, it's like, I don't know, it's 80 to 90% of the way there. Collaboration / deal on the go, right? Where I'm probably going to be able to get access to quite a lot of guitars to review now. Well, for free pretty much. I'm getting to borrow them, right? So this is pretty cool. And the company is what it's all about. So I don't know if many people will be familiar because it's a Scottish company, but back in the day, like what would it have been? 80s, 90s, in Dundee where I live, the local music shop, there were two of them, there's Rainbow Music and the other one was Sound Control. And Sound Control had a small franchise where they had stores in, I think it was like Dundee, Dunfermline, Glasgow, Aberdeen, possibly Edinburgh. Can't remember if they had an Edinburgh store. But yeah, small franchise, I don't think they were outside of there. And then maybe about, I don't know, 20 years ago or something, maybe about 20 years ago, they went into administration. And they got bought over by, I think it was the retail manager, the area manager, Kenny, and then they became Kenny's Music. So I've been going to Sound Control / Kenny's Music, the same building, for like almost 30 years, since I started playing guitar when I was about 14 or something like that. So I've been going in for a long time, and probably even before I was playing guitars, because I might have went in with my dad or my stepdad. Yeah, so I've always been going to Kenny's, and I always try to buy from them when I can, but you know, it's competitive these days. But anyway, one of the staff from Kenny's sent me an email this week. They watched the videos, liked the stuff, wanted to get in touch. So I went down because I was wanting to take a picture of a guitar yesterday. And yeah, they're happy to maybe start loaning me guitars, which is pretty cool. So I've got loads of, guitars to review already that I'm working on. Like I've got weeks worth to get through, but once that's done, because I was in there yesterday and they've got like the new PRS satin finishes, is that what they're called? The sort of stripped down ones, the SEs. What else did they have? They've got some cool Gretches in there, they've got loads of Jets. So there's loads of stuff there that I've now got access to, potentially. I think it should be cool. And all you need to do is say, this is from, I've been borrowed this from Kenny's. There's no money or anything like that, but man, I'm more than happy to shout out my local store that I've been going to forever. I can't think of a better partnership. So, yeah, I'm like over the moon that this is something that's more than likely going ahead. So it'll probably be a couple of months before you see anything like that on the channel because I've got so much to get through. But yeah, pretty happy with that. Just thought I'd let you know. So I might be doing some stuff with Kenny's music, but like I say, it's going to be a very tit for tat relationship. And the good thing is it's impartial as well. So I don't mean I'm impartial. Well, I'm impartial, but it's not like one brand or anything like that. I mean, they stock a lot of different stuff. So, and I'm not working for them. I'm my own guy. I'm just borrowing it, and I'll say I borrowed this from Kenny's. If you want stuff, check them out. All that stuff, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's probably finer details to go in, but I've never really looked into it. So that was one of the things I wanted to announce. What else do I want to tell you? I've got a video coming up on Friday, tomorrow. So if anybody noticed, I made a massive error last week. So I do my Friday upload 6 PM every week, and I've had 2 videos in the bank for quite a long time. So the Firebird Fazley and what's the other one? Part 2 of the refinish. I've had them made for months, but I was trying to do all the Birmingham videos first. So even although those 2 were in the bank, I'd make a Birmingham video and then I would put that in front of it, put that in front, put that in front, and then reschedule the other 2 videos to then go the next week. But I forgot to do it last week. So the chat with Raphael, interview chat thing went out last week, but at the same time, so did the Fazley Firebird one. So, and then I had to delete it. Well, not delete it, reschedule it. So some people seen some of that video, but that one's coming out this Friday, the Fazley Firebird one. So if you've already seen it, watch it again if you liked it. But yeah, that would be appreciated. But yeah, so that's coming out tomorrow, and then the week after that it'll be the refinish, and then I've got loads of videos that I'm working on just now in the pipeline. I've got the Squire Affinity HSS Strat review, and then versus a Jet. You might be able to see in the background there the Harley Benton Fusion. If you might notice, when I had that before, it had a couple of zebra humbuckers in there, but it's now back to stock because I'm going to compare it to the Chapman beside it, and I need to do a review on the Chapman as well. And what else? Baritone East Coast guitar that you can't even buy anymore, so it's a bit pointless, but yeah, I've got a few videos on the go. Oh, and I've just finished the Gretsch one, and I've still got to do the Ibanez AZE. I've got loads all happening, so exciting times. I'm excited, and I'm starting to get a bit of a groove going with the videos as well. Right, 5 minutes left. Let me get looking into some more of these comments. Right. Okay. Dunzy's in. How you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Evening, folks. Apologies, I was having my tea. I got the Kurt Cobain Jaguar, which arrived today. Oh, brilliant. Perfect short scale shape, but with humbuckers, Les Paul bridge, and not too complicated switching. Nice one, mate. Actually, I had the Cobain Jagstang recently. My pal's got it, and he gave me a shot to make a video, but it ended up just sitting here for ages, and I never got around to doing it, so I gave him it back, but I will get into that as well, and I'm looking forward to seeing your video as well when it comes out, mate. P.S. Check out Dunzy's Guitar World if you haven't already. Fantastic channel. Always has the best audio when he does his guitar tracks. Guitars always sound phenomenal. Cool guitars too. Okay. Steven Seagal has a signature acoustic from Freshman Guitars. Is that what it is? Could be that. The Lamb is saying that's the Ultimate Warrior, not Hogan. Nice one. Gary Hill, sounds good, Dunsey. Have you got it on your channel yet? There you go. You didn't mention that new guitar. Oh yeah, it'll be coming up, no doubt. Rob F, if I could afford 10k for a guitar, I would have gotten the Mike Ness Les Paul. That's a new one on me, mate. I'll need to check that out. Jam in the car, but I think Hulk Hogan tried out for Metallica on bass. True story. I'd love it if that was a true story. I hope there's some footage of that. The lamb, oh well, that went over my head. I'm not good with sophisticated humour. There we go. Maria Davies, lots of actors can play guitars. They're a talented bunch, that's right. Yeah, I'm always looking for pictures of them. It's actually easier to find ones for me to doctor the images when they already play one. So there's ones that I'm going to use in the future as Kiefer Sutherland, because he plays acoustic. I think I'm about to do Keanu Reeves in one, because he plays the bass, but I'm just going to chuck a guitar on him. I think it's even better when not the Photoshop, but the Canva thing, when it looks even worse, when it doesn't match, I think it's even funnier. Sorry, terrible sense of humour here. Greg Green is speaking to Rob F. For half of that you can buy a 1970s Les Paul Deluxe and order custom shop Seymour Duncan P90 pickups and end up at the same place as Mike Ness. There you go, good tip there. Gary Hill is saying bought over by Kenny's, I think. Yeah, oh, you must have said that just before I got to that, but yes. Jam in the Cab, there was a sound control in Newcastle as well. Ah, cool. I wasn't sure how far they reached, but yeah, nice one. John Little, if I was to buy a SIG guitar, I would want a Wild Willie Barrett model. His dad supposedly made it from a random neck and the scaffold plank. Well, that sounds interesting. I've never heard of that before. The Lamb, you bought your very first electric guitar from Sound Control in Bristol. So there's one in Bristol as well. So it's a bigger franchise than I thought. Cool. I got my first full-size electric from Sound Control as well. Jim Deacon Strat. Zach's favourite wrestler was Macho Man Randy Rhodes. Nice one, mate. I like what you've done there. Rob F. He's speaking to Greg Green. Of course, actually, my plan is to get a Gibson USA Deluxe and put Dylan Talks Tone P90s in it. There you go. Everybody's got great ideas. Oh, missed that there. What was that there? Maraki. Where'd you go? There you go. Right, sorry guys, it's a minute left. I'm going to go a bit further because you know I want to get to the end of the comments. So, even although I missed them earlier on. Good evening, sir. No signatures for me, at least not yet. 1980 Fender Black Gold Telecaster, just for looks. That sounds classy, mate. IMA 640, my vintage lemon drop. Never thought of it as a signature. Bought it for the PAF style pickups. Yeah. That's a signature, isn't it? Kinda. Cool. Gary Hill. Well done, Steve. They have some nice acoustics too. Oh, is that Kenny's? Yeah, totally. John Little. The Kenny's in Dunfermline lend out stuff too. Well, this is the thing. They're doing it specifically because they've seen the channel and I'm local, that kind of thing. So they're doing it for me. It's not a thing to do for lots of people, but I know that they are keen to sort of work with people in their community. So if you've got a channel and you can promote stuff for them and that, then I'm sure they're worth getting in touch with. They're certainly open to it for myself, so who knows. John Channing, that's great news. Hope that works out. Thank you very much, mate, and well done from Jam in the Cab. Cheers, mate. Greg Green, Derek Wimby from Sum 40. Oh, Derek, yeah. Is that how you say his name? Wimby? From Sum 41, bought the Les Paul mic used for White Light, White Heat, White Trash. From the producer of the album, he's pretty happy with it. Oh, didn't know that. Dave Lewis, I've had some great service from Kenny's, online and on the phone. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, you don't have to be local to Kenny's. They do have an online presence. So yeah, worth checking out if you need anything from them. Cal Bean the Rocco Cat, apologies, definitely overslept. Don't you worry yourself, mate. Glenn Bailey, nice Steve, can't wait to see the content that come from this collab with the shop. Yeah, that's another thing. I need to speak to them about that, but it'd be great to get into the shop and try stuff, just to give some different surroundings instead of always being in this room. So that would be a cool thing to do as well. Yeah, doing a wee shop tour, something like that. Rob F. Well, to me that is a very special guitar. For me it would be more valuable than Peter Green's burst. Oh my God, who killed Kenny? Right, we're getting here. Dave Lewis, you bought your Firebird from Kenny's a couple of years ago. They had the only one in the UK and a great price at the time. There we go, getting a lot of love for Kenny's here. I'm so glad to hear that people outside of like where I live know Kenny's and they're fans, because yeah, they are great guys. I've always had great service there for, like I say, decades. Okay, people saying thanks and they're heading off. All good. Oh, don't forget Johnny Depp. Well done, Maria Davies. Yes, indeed. And Gary Hill, Sly Stallone's brother plays. There you go. That one's quite niche. Oh, I wish I could remember his brother's name. Oh, no. There's a good video of him recently, actually, in Norm's Rare Guitars. trying out some guitars. Derek Clacton just arrived and see the live chat chocker with YouTube superstars. I know, we're lucky. There's so many people here that come to the chat who have channels and who don't, and it's just, we've got a community here. I love it. Fantastic. Right, we're almost on the way out. Lots of people just saying, having a great weekend and all that stuff. Fantastic. Greg Green, apply on, Greg Green, apply, Note to self, I was trying to talk slower tonight. I've lost that comment. Where's it went? Oh, yeah, there it is. I plan on buying a vintage model 65 to basically redo that guitar with better pickups and parts and use the vintage parts on a cheaper LP-shaped guitar. Sounds like a good shout. Gary Hill, you had your first lesson from John Robson last night. Great stuff, mate. Hope it went well. Love to hear about that. Maria Davies, I haven't got any cigs, but I've got 3 Lammy mugs. Shut up, you Lammy. Maria, sorry. I want a Lammy mug. I don't even want a Lammy mug. I do want a Lammy mug, but I want to win the duck race. That's all I want. Right, we're on the way out. Let's all get going. Click like. Thank you, Rubbish Guitar Bloke. Cheers, mate. Right, let's get out of here. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you to everyone except for Maria. I'm joking, of course, Maria. Thank you for coming. Thanks everybody for coming and engaging. Right, okay. I'm going to do the thing where I try and end it on time and it doesn't work. So, thanks for watching. Until next time, which is tomorrow actually, video at 6 PM. So, hopefully we'll see you then. See you later. Click that and then, see you later. See you later. Cheerio. Okay, hopefully that worked.